but I will overcome them again. I'm on a set, rising, the taxes rising, the temperature rising, the earth is rising, the heat in red, but I will overcome them again. Hey, every day is like a blessing in a life cycle. Move forward in a life, cause some of them stuck in idle. Ganja disciple, man, I have no gun and rifle. Babylon system, them a pressure, but I'm a stifle. Nah, get the knowledge, educate the little ones. Brainwashing programs upon them television. Upon them global domination mission. I run them arms race and develop all them nuclear weapons. See, tell the truth to your daughters and your sons. Make them know them culture and which part them come from. Can't disregard your heritage, can't break the bond. As sure as the rising of the sun, I will be hailing the Almighty. He gets the praise. I know that He will guide me to the end of my days. Don't get your mind enslaved. Got to be aware it is a digital age. You see the rising, the taxes rising, the temperature rising, the earth is rising, the heat in red, but I will overcome them again. I'm on a set, rising, the taxes rising, the temperature rising, the earth is rising, the heat in red, but I will overcome them again. Hey, them are invid, I'm a life, register the moves I make. More and more Babylon want yet, I ain't let them one for sec. Hey, all I wanna do is expand, industrialize and dictate I an island. How to seek and conquer I man from creation. Them come like one global corporation. Them feel like I had this savage and them bring civilization, but I'm on the up and I am meditation. You know see, rising, the taxes rising, the temperature rising, the earth is rising, the heat in red, but I will overcome them again. I'm on a set, rising, the taxes rising, the temperature rising, the earth is rising, the heat in red, but I will overcome them again. Hey, every day is like a blessing in a life cycle. Move forward in a life, cause some of them stuck in idle. Ganja disciple, man, I have no gun and rifle. Babylon system, them a pressure, but I'm a stifle. Nah, get the knowledge, educate the little ones. Brainwashing programs upon them television. Upon them global domination mission. I run them arms race and develop all them nuclear weapons. See, tell the truth to your daughters and your sons. Make them know them culture and which part them come from. Can't disregard your heritage, can't break the bond. As sure as the rising of the sun, I will be hailing the Almighty. He gets the praise. I know that He will guide me to the end of my days. Don't get your mind enslaved. Got to be aware it is a digital age. You see,
one dial gets you locked down all day, all time with that traffic report, just as and when you want it, with great music and lots more. Lagos Traffic Radio, your driving companion.
The bombs, buzz, screeches, and cocktails won't stop the flow on Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Moving Lagos forward.
Lagos, welcome back from that break. Well, I believe you had a great time touring the world of sports with Dari Jimiogun. Oh well, he'll be here again tomorrow at exactly 8 to bring you another round of sports news for the next 10 minutes. Alright, so I'll be heading back to the roots. Let's talk about what has gone on so far since the start of the hour. Now, there's a broken down a vehicle on a coal bridge inwards Akpongbo. I I made to understand it developed a ball joint problem. Okay, it's a mini bus. But the news is that the tow van has been contacted for its recovery, evacuation. But at the same time, movement from Costain towards Eco Bridge en route Akpongmo quite busy for now. So that's what's happening there. And this is owing to that broken down mini bus that developed a ball joints problem on Eco Bridge inwards Akpongmo. All right, so let's move on. Let's talk about the Maryland corridor. Traffic on the length and breadth of Abakran. I hear it's in perfect shape. Considering some slight delay approaching underneath the bridge at Ikeja, occasioned by, the commercial buses activities. But as you ascend the Ikeja Bridge to link Kodeso down to underneath the bridge of General Hospital, you'd enjoy good movement all the way to Aviation Plaza. But then alternation delays expected there, so look out. Movement in and out of local airport is free as well. Obakinjobi, taking up from there to connect GRA is fine. As you ascend General Hospital Bridge, en route to Mobilage Bank Anthony, the entire strike towards Nightown intersection is in perfect shape. Just a little delay approaching the intersection point, but beyond that stretch, movement towards Maryland is fine. So talking about the return journey, we have it pretty good. Coming in from Maryland, the entire axis looks good to use. Or the Alaru connecting Maryland intersection, I understand, is an appreciable one traffic-wise. And movement from Maryland into Ijiroku is also a good one at this time. So that's what we have gathered so far since the start of the hour. All right, so earlier, we talked about an impediment. We were monitoring an impediment, rather, via the big screen here in the studio. A PSP truck that broke down. So I made to understand that at around the Koshofe corridor, heading towards K2 on the main carriageway, I was where that truck broke down, and we could see what was going on there on the big screen. And we had traffic managers on ground. Traffic had backed up. I understand. Beyond mile 12, it was a slow-moving traffic towards that point on the main carriageway where we had that broken down PSP truck. But the news now, I can tell you, based on what I can see, that it has been evacuated. So movement is very free on the main carriageway now for those heading towards Ojota. Free movement, and also on the service lane. Although we still have high pedestrian movement, no cause for alarm, bus stop activities. There we have the commercial buses stopping to pick and drop passengers there, but no cause for alarm, no cause for worries. So the entire stretch of the main carriageway looks very good now. The impediment has been evacuated. And the one at our Law Road, precisely Coca-Cola Junction, which we're monitoring, has equally been evacuated. All right, and so that's the latest being brought to you, courtesy our live camera infrastructure here in our studios. In a bit, we'll be connecting with Victor Ote. Oh, it's a full house already. Good morning, Victor.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mike.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm very well.
Okay. What are the roads looking like this morning?
Oh, yeah. We've been, keeping an eye on an impediment, which we noticed at Koshofe inward K2 on the main carriageway.
Okay.
So the latest is that it has been evacuated.
Good news.
Yes, it has been towed off the road.
Beautiful.
Okay, so there's a broken down mini bus on Eco Bridge.
Okay.
Inward Akpongmo. That has backed up traffic to Costain. So it's a busy moving one at this time. That's
All
what
right.
the latest that just came in from the control room.
All right.
Regarding the situation on that stretch.
All right. As I hope it's not turning out to be a breakdown Monday morning.
Well, I can say no. No.
Okay. All right. So, which other impediment do you have to report?
Okay, just let's try here.
I know some of them have been dealt with.
Oh, yes, of course.
All right. So earlier on, you and John
yeah.
were talking about the articulated vehicle just around the Coca-Cola junction.
Yeah, it has been evacuated. The tow truck has been there to
to take it off.
take it off.
Beautiful. All right then. So let's talk about the movement now. So if there are no breakdowns to report,
Movement is fine.
okay,
Yeah,
let's-
very fine.
Let's see. This is making that journey to the island, making use of the third
The
mainland
third
bridge.
mainland bridge, of course. There's good movement on the stretch of the Third Mainland Bridge, although the influx is high, but it's moving pretty well. Now, coming from the rear, I understand the Alakbere corridor where there's an issue with the bridge there. Pedestrians are still, going to have to make use of that corridor to cross.
So manual control is very much in progress there.
Absolutely.
All right. So we have a backlog there?
Yes, just to an extent, but I'm yet to get the latest concerning that.
All right.
Okay, for the Maryland Ikeja corridor, I can tell you that traffic on the length and breadth of Obakran is very much in perfect shape, considering some slight delay approaching underneath the Ikeja bridge. Now, as you're saying, Ikeja bridge, en route Kodeso down to underneath the bridge of General Hospital, motorists would enjoy good movement all the way to Aviation Plaza. All right, but slight delay there owing to alternation, so that's what they should look out for. Now, movement in and out of local airports is quite free. Oba Kinjobi connecting GRA is equally free, traffic-wise, and the journey through General Hospital Bridge now, en route to Balaji Bank Anthony, to connect Nitel intersections in perfect shape. Of course, alternation at Nitel intersection would, slow things down a bit.
All right. Let's talk about the Ikeja here. What's happening within the... That's talking about Jakonde and Awolowo Road.
On Awolowo Road, well, movement is still very much appreciable. We can just take a glance through the big screen here. From the big screen. Slight delay at Allen Junction. That's for motorists heading towards Radio to connect Coca-Cola. There's some slight delay there. Owing to the traffic light regulating movement, but for motorists coming from Radio, moving through Island Junction down towards Balogun underneath the Ikeja Bridge, I can tell you movement is still on. Movement is very fine. Okay, so there's just a bit of backlog at Island Junction, but this is owing to the traffic light regulating vehicular movement.
Beautiful. All right, then. So that Ikeja is still looking favorably good,
still
right?
Looking favorably good.
Those making the journey into Lagos on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, what does it say?
Well, so far we have reported good movement inward and outward Lagos, and navigating to Ogunusi Road to very fine
it's
at this
good.
time. Yes, that's connecting your Moli corridor.
Very fine too.
So River Valley, all those areas are looking very good.
Beautiful. Let's talk about Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway. What's happening there?
Okay, so for Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway, it's high in flux. Much earlier, we had a case of an upturned Toyota Camry, a black one. That was around the National Ikeja Long Corridor, and that had backed up traffic. It was quite, hectic. For motorists. At some point, it was a standstill because the vehicle had to be evacuated.
But it's better now.
It's better now.
All right, that sounds pretty good. So most of the areas that we're covering this morning is still pleasant. Let's look at the other side of town.
This one just popped in now. An incident at Ajasa Command. Well, it's a minor incident based on the report I have. It's a 6-tire truck loaded with cement. Okay, developed a gas and injector problem at Ojudu inward Adefemi. That's within the Ayobo Ajasa corridor. Yes. So the patrol team has been deployed to control traffic there, and transloading is in progress.
All right.
Yeah. So the tow truck has equally been contacted for prompt evacuation.
All right. That's from Zone 4, right?
Exactly.
Broken down.
So the backlog is not much for now. Broken down 6-tire truck loaded with cement. It developed a gas problem along the way. That's at Ojudu inward Adefemi.
All right. Okay, so like I said, I hope it's not turning out to be a morning of breakdowns. There's another flash update coming in from the Anthony end as well. It's a broken down high capacity bus by Anthony by the Corona Loop there. It was Ikodu Road, and I understand it's having a mechanical fault. All right, so that one's being worked on at the moment as well. Okay, so I'm sure that the traffic managers be attending a whole lot. They'll be having their hands very, very busy on the breakdowns that we're experiencing. 7 days to Christmas, right?
Oh, yes.
All right, so let's bring in Dele Agadumo at this point. Dele, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
Lots of excitement? Running towards Christmas? That it doesn't show at all.
It doesn't show at all.
That's from you, right? But out there, I'm sure should be looking like right now. So is Lagos looking Christmas-ish right now?
Yes.
Not here. On the
Okay.
island, yes,
Maybe.
you're seeing the Christmas decoration
All right.
and all of that.
But this side of town,
Here on
you
this
can't
side
feel
of
it yet.
town, no, not yet.
All right, so we need to feel it. Let's see what's going on. And a client call again. I will still make this call. The light up Lagos thing. We need to get Lagos back, especially now that we're in the festive season. Let's scare off those criminals in the early hours and in the late night, so that we can have good movement and avoid accidents as well. So the responsible agency should help out. I know that we do get lots and lots of calls within late night and in the early hours for these to be in place, and that's something that befits Lagos really. So let's ensure that we do that. All right.
Yes,
I don't know if that's the meaning of the Ministry of Energy Resources in Lagos. Let's see how that can be. Or is it electricity? No. Okay. So let's see how that can be put in place as well. Now the good news, which I want to share with everybody this morning,
Okay.
the overhead bridge at Ikeja will be commissioned tomorrow.
Ooh.
So that should be a very big relief. It's going to be a very, very big relief for Lagosians, because I know the return trip in the evenings has always been a very, very big challenging thing for motorists. So from tomorrow, by the time Mr. Governor unveils that project, that should be a big sigh of relief. I know most people have been asking the question, why are they commissioning other overpasses and leaving the Ikeja one that has been completed? So tomorrow, all that will come down. Okay? So that's the good news.
So what's on the front burner this morning?
All right, double dose as usual. And so today we'll be talking about ignition coils on the Spark Up segment. That's the NGK Spark Up segment on your side mirror. So that's going to be the very first part. What is the role of your ignition coils? We're looking at that as it relates to engine efficiency. And during the second segment, the very big one, wheel making and its contribution to sustenance. I'm sure most of you
Wheel
really,
making?
yeah,
Wheel.